Well, hello, my YouTube fellas and gals. So today we are on lot 9. And because it's February, it is still the romance section. And if you're new to my channel, I own a used bookstore. But even if you don't buy books from me, because I do sell them, you can also use them on whatever gadget, your cell phone, whatever you read on, as a resource center. So I like reading synopsises because I love books. And when I was younger, we didn't have social media and computers and all these other gadgets. So on a rainy day, we either pulled out a board game, cards, books, or we just doodled. My mother's knickknacks was one of my favorite things to doodle. So there was always something that we found to do, but books are a big passion of mine. That's why my channel is called Tammy Passions, because I have lots of passions, and books one of them. So we are going to begin with number 1, and this is lot 9, like I said. This is The Cattleman's English Rose by Barbara Hannay. This is a 2004 copyright. This is what the book looks like, and this is what it's about. And the reason why I tell you the copyright date and show you the book is because some people have been disappointed in books they bought online before, not particularly from me, but from other companies that had watermarks and things like that, because some people don't want that. They want newer books, and then you have some books that like the older books. And 2, some are collecting certain ones like Harlequin romances or whatever, and they're looking for specific authors and things like that. So that's why I always announce the dates too inside the book so they know what year they're coming from. So this is what this particular book is about. Deep in the outback, nestled in Star Valley, lies Southern Cross Ranch, home to the McKinnon family. A hot and dusty cattle station is the last place Charity Denham thought she'd end up searching for her missing brother. But she won't leave until she discovers where he is. Kane McKinnon lives and breathes the outback. When Charity lands on his doorstep with her cute English accent, she simply blows him away. But Kane's keeping a secret, one that Charity is dangerously close to discovering. So there is book number 1. Book number 2, we have A Little Moonlight by Betty Neels. This is what the book looks like. This is a 1991 copyright, and this is what the synopsis is, what the book is about. The giddy social whirl was not for Serena. She long ago resigned herself to looking after her invalid mother instead. Quiet, hard-working Serena was only too glad to be of service. Dutch consultant Mark Tervulen changed all that when he became Serena's new employer, arrogant, demanding, and apparently blind to the interests of anyone but himself. He was not the sort of person Serena had ever before encountered. She was quite equal to the challenge, however. Her only problem was that in spite of all her efforts, she was falling in love. So there's book number 2. Book number 3. These are all Harlequin romances today in softbacks, of course. We have Capture a Shadow by Leigh Michaels. This is what the book looks like, and it is a 1986. Her future lay in a romance writer's hands. Shelby had rejected a manuscript only to have it top the New York Times bestseller list for another publisher. And now her star author wanted to quit just like that. There was only one thing to do, beg her reluctant romance author to write again, but how? All Shelby had to go on was a pen name. A Midwest town office box and the helping hand of an outrageously handsome local author, Mark Buchanan. There was so little time to unearth her reclusive romance author, even less time for real-life romance, or so it seemed. So there's book 3. Book number 4. This is Flowering Wilderness by Kathryn Blair. This is a 1967 copyright. Definitely aged. That's what the book looks like, and this is what it's about. Nikki could cheerfully put up with boredom, pest, and food difficulties at the Planum in West Africa, where she went to stay with Helen and John Rayner. But she cannot stand by and see John's brother David, whom she loved, being ensnared by a woman who cared only for his money. So she miserably packed and prepared to take the next ship home. So there you go. Book number 4. Book number 5. We have Checkmate by Peggy Nicholson. This is a 1992. That's what the book looks like. That's what it's about. It was Coffee's move, and for once Coffee Dugan, oh, that's a cute name for a person. Coffee Dugan didn't hesitate. She knew exactly what she had to do to protect her son. She could keep him from spending time with Dodge Phillips. It was the only way she could stop Dodge from playing chess with Jeff, and from dredging up memories of the boy's dead father. Memories Coffee would rather forget, but can Coffee keep Dodge from capturing her heart? Here's book number 5. Book number 6. We have Silver News by Patricia Gardner Evans, and even though it says Men at Work, it's still a regular Harlequin romance. They just have a list inside this book that this is a particular group that you can, particular books that you can read all of them, and there's 50 altogether. So this one here is a 1988 copyright, and it says, who is that sexy guy? Jesse McClinton, a rancher who liked it rough and dirty except when it came to loving. Occupation, foreman of the Silver Tahoe Ranch, where he was as wild as the horses he tamed. Challenge, to run Marina Hart's ranch without losing his life, or even worse, his heart. Jesse wasn't guilty of the crime for which he was sentenced to serve a year at the Silver Tahoe. He was guilty, however, of falling for its beautiful owner, even though no one would stop him if he got on a horse, rode out. Would he ever escape his feelings for the lovely widow? I guess this is Men of the West. It doesn't say that on the side, but I got it listed under Harlequin Romances. It just says Men at Work. Oh. But anyway, these are pretty good books. I read a couple of them. So there is book number 6. Book number 7, we have another Men at Work. This is Fear Familiar by Carolyn Burns. This is a 1990 copyright. And this is what the book is about. Who is that sexy guy? Name Peter Curry. His gentle touch could soothe a savage beast or tame a willful woman. Experience. He was a veterinarian and threat to those who would use animals for illegal research. Good for him. Objective. To discover the lady was a lure sent by his bittersweet enemy. She claimed her black cat, Familiar. A black cat named Familiar. How cute is that? Had saved her from an attacker, but the cats had marks that were all too familiar. Would Peter's actions place the man he hunted within a grasp, or the woman of his dreams out of his touch? This heartthrob will make your pulse rate and leave you breathless. Doctor, doctor. Oh, I guess that must be just little things in the back of the book. See, I'm always learning something. This is like a Man of the West. It's not the category. It's just describing what kind of guys who are men at work. So that's what that is. So that was book number. Wait a minute here. I lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And here's number 8. That was book 7. Book number 8 is A Wyoming Bold by Diana Palmer. This is Harlequin Romance on the side. These are a little thicker. It's got some scribbled initials in it from people that read it. And this is a 2012, and there's the word honor stamped on the sides. I still think that must have been a store or something. So this is what this is about. Former border agent Dalton Kirk thought his life was over literally when a gang of smugglers left him for dead. Defying all odds, he survives his ordeal and returns to his Wyoming ranch, ready to dedicate his future to a more perfect home on the range, until lovely Marissa Baker knocks on his door. Marissa is well aware of her reputation as a local eccentric. She knows things before they happen, and she's had a vision that Dalton is in danger, even though her beliefs clash with Dalton's cowboy logic. She's determined to save the handsome rancher she secretly loved forever. Visions? It's all ridiculous to Dalton until things start happening to prove Marissa right. And now Dalton is not the only target, so is Marissa. Can Dalton be bold enough to trust the unknown? Is this Wyoming man ready to love? So there's book number 9. Or 8. Ugh. Book number 9. We have Big Sky River. Love that swirl and that blue. Woo! Metallic font looking. Linda Lael Miller. This is also a Harlequin romance, a little thicker. That's what the book looks like. It's 2012 copyright. And this is what the book is about. Sheriff Boone Taylor has his job friends a rundown but decent ranch, 2 faithful dogs, and a good horse. He doesn't want romance. The widowed Montanian has loved and lost enough for a lifetime, but when a city woman buys the spread next door, Boone's peace and quiet are seriously in jeopardy. With a marriage and a career painfully behind her, Tara Crendel is determined to start over in Parable. Reinventing herself and living a girlhood dream is worth the hard work. Sure, she might need help from her handsome, wary neighbor, but life along Big Sky River is full of surprises, like falling for a cowboy lawman who just might start to believe in second chances. That sounds like a good one. Number 9. Book number 10 is Fatal Identity by Marie Force. It's got some initials in it. It's a 2016 copyright. There's it's got a little center crack right there, like where you can tell it's been read, but no rippage. Pages are all there. I make sure of that. Every family has its secrets. As the first anniversary of her marriage to Vice President Nick Capone approaches, Lieutenant Sam Holland is dreaming of Bora Bora, sun, sand, and desperately needed break from the D.C. grind. But real life has a way of intervening, and Sam soon finds herself taking on one of the most perplexing cases of her career. Government worker Josh Hamilton begs Sam to investigate his shocking claim that his parents stole him from another family 30 years ago. More complicated still, his father is none other than FBI director. When a member of Josh's family is brutally murdered, Sam begins to question how deep this cover-up goes. Is it possible the revered director was part of the baby napping ring and that others involved are also targets? With the killer intent on deadly revenge and her team still reeling from a devastating loss, Sam's plate is full. And when Nick and their son, Scotty, take ill, is her dream of a tropical anniversary celebration in Pearl too? So there you go. The last book of 10 in this lot. So, if you want to get a hold of me, these are all $1 a piece. They will be for all these softbacks. And you can contact me through Binda's Bookstore and More on Facebook or tammysmakeuptreats@gmail.com. I will have everything in the description below. And if not, that's okay too. Just leave a comment. Tell me how your day's going. And thank you so much for the people who donated to the friend of mine in crafting she's just so sweet. She has her own YouTube channel, and I so appreciate all of you for helping her family in need. She has a $7,000 GoFundMe. We almost have it to 1,000. It's like 900, I think, the last time I checked. And every little bit is appreciated. So thank you so much. And with that, whatever time zone you're in, I hope you're having a great one, and I will see you soon. Bye.